laugh on the
I've got an
technology.
idea. I've got a better idea. You promote communism to these people because they like to go on about how communism is great. Oh, communism great, blah blah blah. If they want to go down those lines, they wouldn't have that nice smart iPhone, that's nice smart tablet, and all the
Well,
other
that's what I love is
lovely
the
things
the people who say capitalism is shit on their Apple laptop.
Yeah, that's kind of wandering off. What I'm saying
that
is,
was a hell of a segue.
what I'm saying is, beware. These are beasts that have teeth. You look at people like Macintosh
but they're
and
all
everything
because they've been chewing up masses.
Well, they've got the soapbox.
Yeah, they know. Well, they make the soapbox.
Yeah, they do. They prop it
so
up.
I'm saying, in other words, don't discount them. I mean, look at what happened to to make a comparison. Look at what happened to the evolutionary scientists versus the Discovery Institute. The evolutionary scientists were sitting there going, we have the truth, and that's all we need. The Discovery Institute were very fucking savvy in the publicity department, and they were winning for a while. And the only reason that those textbooks didn't get into like schools and crap is because of a Republican judge in Dover. Because the scientists didn't know how to play the game. That's the cautionary tale there, and I think that's kind of what Leo was talking about with them, like using, the soapbox and the megaphone. That's it. Yeah.
I also want to press on one thing as well.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I also do get sick to fucking death of the press going after Roosh V when they back Muslims up on this one. Muslims are basically a patriarchal system. And yet they don't have a problem with Islam, but they do have a problem with Roosh V. And I'm not saying that Roosh V is necessarily saying the same thing as Muslims, but he is sort of describing a patriarchal system, if you will. So why is it that they go quiet when it comes to Muslims?
Oh, I see. So what you're saying is that he should go ahead and call the news racist. Got it.
What, sorry?
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
So what you're saying is he should call the news racist, seeing he's Persian.
No, listen,
that's not the point. I'm talking about the agenda that's being pushed.
First of all, the gender wars and the war of the sexes has been going on a hell of a lot longer than than what you're talking about. So that's one thing to take into account. And one of them is being fought with bombs, guns, and boots on the ground. The other one's being fought at the local pub.
That was a punchline, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, no response?
No, I never heard that joke before.
No, that's not a joke. That's reality.
Oh, well, I'm still laughing on the inside. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can go ahead and laugh, but that's the truth. So you can't take and say that right now we got boots on the ground and we're basically firing shots, and then other people are going, I can't get laid. Well, don't you see the damn difference? What do you think they're doing? Shooting each other up over there in the Middle East over fucking pussy?
Isn't that the fallacy?
No, they just take someone and rape them.
Oh, really? I'll tell you what. There's a lot of machine gun toting ladies over there too, friend.
Yeah, you sound like a fucking moron. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. You really don't think that their patriarchal system is not a man's fucking paradise if you're a general piece of scum?
It's their society. If they want to run it, they can run it however the hell they want it.
If their society is inferior to my society, I have right of sword to go over to their fucking country and say no.
You
are going to be my
really? You better go enlist, friend.
Yeah. Are you ready to strap on your Rommel goggles and back that
chop,
up?
Chop, get over there.
Okay. Let me say one thing, because this will come up in the Steve Shives thing.
Oh boy.
You're Leo. You're a defender of Western values.
Yes, I'm a defender of Western values.
No, you're not, because you're going and interfering with people's right of self-determination and right of self-conscience.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would give you the right to tell other people how they should run their lives.
Those
Unless they were like doing something like massively wrong and destructive.
Excuse me. If you believe in Western values, then you uphold them. You don't just you don't burn down the village in order to save it. So you are not a defender of Western values. You want to enforce your values on someone else. if you do not respect the right of self-determination, both individually and collectively, and the right of self-conscience, then you're not defending Western values. So please stop saying that. Thank you.
Yeah, but you also have to take into account that not everyone is equal if you want to go down that line, because we.
Oh, really?
Nobody is. You're right about that.
They're equal under the law, and they're equal under your principles.
Within the Western world.
They're not equal in ability. They're not equal in station or outcome. I do not believe in equality of outcome. But if you apply those principles to yourself, you have your right of self-determination. Then you need to apply it to everybody, or it applies to nobody. It's the same concept. They got to sort it out themselves, because we already spent trillions of dollars trying to enforce Western democracy on Iraq, and how did that turn out?
Outstanding.
Standing.
They created the power vacuum that
we tried it
right now.
And we sort of tried it in Vietnam, although there was other reasons for that. It doesn't fucking work. The white man's burden bullshit, it doesn't work.
This is probably going to be like a terrible analogy that's going to fall on, like, it's going to totally fall flat, but it's kind of like parenting.
Hold on a minute. So,
no, if I can just say this, and then you're going to respond, like, and just, one thing real quick. I think that, the point is that they're trying to get across, and this is going to go by way of an analogy for this. It's kind of like parenting. Like, if you are going to be an authoritarian parent and try and, like, micromanage every fucking thing about your kids and, like, make the decisions for them and have them do exactly what you want them to do, you're going to go out in the real world and, like, it's going to be a fucking mess, and, like, you're going to fuck with your kids' heads. But if you're, like, an authoritative parent and you lead by example and you give, like, gentle, positive bits of, reinforcement and a little bit of, mild negative reinforcement, and you just kind of, just set as good an example as you can and explain to your kids why you're doing the things that you're doing so that they understand and they can make this informed decision themselves. Like, that's the difference between, like, parenting styles, and I think that's the difference in how, like, they're saying, what you're saying that we should do in order to fix problems in other nations, and what everybody else is advocating for as to, like, an approach to resolving that same problem.
So I want to address the other guy. So you talk about having, what did you call it, self-determinism, did you say? Who was that?
Self-determination.
Self-determination. Both on a collective and individual level, yes.
So what happens if the people in question, let's talk about the Middle East and all of their societies, don't respect yours? Let's say if the shoe was on the other foot.
Some goat herder in Afghanistan isn't interfering with my right of self-determination.
I have absolutely zero fear.
Yeah, I have zero fear. So, my question to you is, why are you shitting your pants about some goat herder in Afghanistan?
Kaboom.
Yeah.
Is it going to come over there and swing some scimitar in your backyard? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Why are you afraid?
Yeah, those are criminal acts. We also have people here. Yeah, we have people here who blow up and burn down abortion clinics as well. But I'm not.
Well,
I'm not. Hang on. I'm not going to go ahead and say, well, all Christians need to have their right of self-conscience.
You didn't answer my fucking question.
I did answer. Actually, I did answer your question.
When was the last time an abortion clinic was burned down or blown up?
Maybe the person will be quiet so I can speak a second. You deliberately moved away from that question. I asked you to put our society in their society's position, and then put their society in our society's position, if you want to use that example. So let's say the shoe's on the other foot then, and they're the ones who are attacking us. Well, they don't respect us in that sense. They don't respect our determinism or whether.
Yeah, well, just like neo-Nazis, if they were in power, wouldn't respect the right of freedom of speech.
Here, I think I have an answer for that.
I'm not going to take away their freedom of speech.
Just because someone else doesn't respect you doesn't mean you have to disrespect yourself in order to sink to their level.
Who said anything about disrespecting ourselves to our level?
Well, if we have right of self-determination, if we're going to be on that level of applying our own principles to our foreign policy, maybe we should go ahead and respect that for ourselves. Do you not think so?
Not really.
The right of self-defense should not be something you take away from yourself simply because you don't want to hurt someone else's feelings.
Anyway, let's just move on because this will create an argument, and I'm going to move on to an impasse. Carry on.
And we'll be able to stick our teeth more into that in the Steve Shives bit. But we're almost to 22 minutes. I don't think we're even going to make it all the way, but
It's macho sex writing is
There's
not
not too much of this shit anyway.
It's not a piece of evidence that you can. Maybe some things I wanted to come across as an aggressive guy. Maybe I did. But just because it's there doesn't mean that there is a victim out there and she suffered. Have I raped anyone? No. That's it. No, it's not. But my interpretation of it, maybe. But she's just taking quotes out of context anyway. Okay.
You have an office that was a golf course. You made that thing about speed school, is that true?
Golf course?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Golf course?
You had an office that was a golf.
I don't remember ever saying that, man.
You mentioned the immigrant agenda and the feminist agenda before. I'm trying to get a better idea of what are your personal politics.
I would say it's anti-globalist, which is the Daily Beast represents a globalist type of platform. Anything that benefits the current top 1,000 men in the world in the U.S. and in Europe. You have a globalist and you have the nationalist. So I would lean more towards a nationalist. Tradition, patriarchy, local solutions instead of globalization.
That was a poor choice of words on his part.
Donald Trump comes the closest to what I think is true.
You heard it here first.
I'm not controversial at all.
Roosh just endorsed Trump.
Yeah.
Before that, though, he was
And-
endorsing
and he-
nationalism, which worked out so well in the past.
He endorsed nationalism, he endorsed patriarchy, and he endorsed Donald
Hold on a
Trump.
second.
So,
And
like,
the best part is,
he is swinging for the fences.
if he is Armenian, nationalism is the last thing you want to be endorsing there, buddy. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
He's only half Armenian.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is the other half German?
No, it's the good half. No, he's half Turk, which is everybody saying that he's propping up, Islam.
You little misogynist. I think we're doing pretty good on
Well, you
that.
guys are getting dangerously close to some anti-Semitism.
Do we have any last words for our friend Roosh? I'm not sure there's going to be much more.
Maybe he should go ahead, shave, and get himself a real job.
I don't know, he's doing pretty darn good.
Oh, and
but I
call
don't
your
think it's
mother.
intentional.
Put on a dress shirt and a tie too, you slob.
Yeah. Play it up a little bit there, pal. If you're gonna act the part, I mean look the part, really.
All
Well,
right.
we have a man who has his presentation far more together than Roosh did.
Oh no!
This'll be good.
No!
Oh,
Kill
no.
me! Kill me! Kill me!
Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed about Islamophobia.
Very
It's
stupid
poorly
things.
named.
So,
I'm referring to the subject of this video as Islamophobia because that has become the most commonly used term.
We should
for
stop him
the
here. We should make him right.
unjustified
Ladies and gentlemen, the
irrational
dumbest
fear
way
Hold
to
on,
ever
of
live in
hatred.
our own time.
Hold on. No, we have to pause here because I think he's kind of right on this one, and it's only because it's contextually similar to other situations. Like, say, misogyny